Good afternoon, welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. I'm Mark and I'm going to take you for a tour around our 2009 XR6 Ute today. This car's dedicated gas as indicated by the two little gas stamps on the front number plate. It does run dual tanks, so that way you need to have both of those riveted to the number plate. As it presents across the front of the car in very tidy order, this for a 2009, you notice the fog lights right down the bottom of the front bar. Being the XR6, you've got the lower skirt around the front bar and then skirts running down the right hand side, which we'll see now. It is running aftermarket 20-inch alloys with very good condition tyres. There is some slight scuffing on the alloys just because of the distance they step out, but apart from that, just minor cosmetic stuff. As we run down the Juco running along the side of the car, as you can see, in really good order. I struggle to find a mark coming down this right hand side. You will note it's finished. We have a Carry Boy Canopy colour coded and added to the vehicle as well. So from a tradie's point of view, security for your tools and everything, she's a full lock-up Canopy, which we'll actually go through a little bit more in detail after we finish having a walk around the car. We notice on our rear bar and everything there, relatively unmarked as well. Does have tow bar. Once again, rear number plate signifies the dedicated gas as well. As we come down the passenger side of the car, you will notice it presents very similar to the right hand side. I actually struggle to find any marks on the Juco of this car, so you know, it's testament to the previous owner, the way they've maintained the vehicle. Once again, a couple of minor scuff marks on your left hand front alloy. Apart from that, overall the condition of the body in this car is it's in stunning order and stunning colour. As we move under the bonnet now, there's a few things I want to discuss with you about the dedicated gas Falcon. First thing you'll notice, they do run a green block, just signifying that it is dedicated gas. Now some really interesting stats just for us to run through with this particular car. It pushes out 156 kilowatts and you've got 371 Newton meters of torque. So for a dedicated gas car, does have the performance. Now these have a fuel economy of 16.2 litres per 100 k's, and basically to break that down, with a 90 litre fuel tank capacity, you're looking at over 550 k's to a tank of fuel. Now, if I really break these figures down and just give you a comparison based on gas against petrol, it's going to cost you at the moment about $67.50 to fill this tank of fuel to get you 555 k's. If we were to compare it to a similar petrol version, you're going to get 780 k's to a tank of fuel, so an extra 225 k's, but based on the price of petrol versus gas, those extra 225 kilometres are going to cost you $72. So if you use one tank of fuel a week, your fuel savings, petrol against gas, based on a year's use, is in excess of $3,400. So some fairly compelling statistics to show you how cheap it is to run this car. Okay, now we'll just go back to the Canopy as I touched on briefly earlier. Carry Boy Canopy has sliding windows both sides, so absolutely ideal for the tradie. Lockable sliding windows, so obviously, as I mentioned, your tools are going to be secure. Come around to the rear window, just a simple click on the handle. Open her up, and a really good sized tub area, and as you can see, fitted with a tub liner. Hasn't seen a lot of use, the tub liner actually, in really good order. So plenty of storage, normal drop down tailgate in the Ford, and of course you do have your small sliding window up there at the back of the cab. Now moving to the interior of the XR6, fairly basic setup, so it's actually, you know, for the tradie, it's got everything at your fingertips. Pretty much your power windows and mirrors all on the driver's armrest here on the side of the door. We have our cruise control settings on the right hand side of the steering wheel. All of our audio settings here as well. Even though it does have the Bluetooth button, this particular car is not fitted with Bluetooth, so important to note that so you're aware. It does also have tilt and reach steering wheel, so we just flick our lever down under the actual column there itself, set ourselves up to where we're comfortable. Obviously the XR6, it has the more upgraded quality dash display there, so all your readings at night time appear in a soft blue colour. Multi-function screen just in the middle there, which we can set all of our overspeed settings, distance to destination, reset your trip meters and everything from there. It does give you a digital readout of the speed you're doing on top of having the speedo as well. Moving into the center section, you can see once again another multi-display screen there. Gives us our outside temperature, then our automatic set temperature for our air conditioning, which will just turn the fan speed down a little there. Vents below the multi-function control screen, and then our interior command center. So we have all of our air conditioning, which is climate control settings just there, and then down below MP3 compatible CD player. Once again, all your controls there as well as the steering wheel. We can manually lock and unlock our doors on the actual section here, and just a manual button to turn our lights on in the interior or turn them off. Down below we have a power source, just a 12-volt outlet there. We also have an auxiliary outlet there as well. Standard setup, 4-speed automatic. Drive it as a normal auto, or we can flick across into performance mode, and then it'll indicate what gear you're in and change manually through the gears, basically just by stick shift. Standard, of course, just your handbrake, cup holders, so pretty much set up, ready to go for the tradie to use as a good workhorse. Certainly do that, and of course dedicated gas. Okay, just moving to the service books, we'll just have a brief look at how this car's been serviced since new. Obviously the initial complimentary, then the 15k, and then done at every interval after that. Slightly outside between the 45 and 60, they went a little bit over the intermediate requirement, but once again still serviced. Then as we go to the last page, perfectly serviced all the way through. So really well maintained at this stage from a mechanical point of view, and good to see we've got both factory keys and then all 3 keys to your Canopy as well. So in summary, 2009 XR6, dedicated gas utility, has the lockdown hardtop, the 20-inch aftermarket alloy wheels, which just sets it off the black against the orange. As I mentioned earlier, the difference between a gas and a petrol and the amount of money you can save per year in fuel is just staggering. So hope the video has been of really good help to you. If you've got any further questions, feel free to give us a ring, 9907 0555, and have a great day.